Hello friends, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis, where I am journeying through my 40s, working so hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. And today we are going to be setting up my December for 2025 financial health budget. We are going to be setting up my budget using the Budget by Paycheck book by the Budget Mom and these beautiful stickers by Life in Envelopes. I will link both of those in the description box below in case you are looking for a good budgeting system. I also this is what I use to plan, and then when I am ready to actually do my budgeting, when I have the money, I use an app called YNAB, Y-N-A-B, and I use that to digitally cash stuff my money. So I will also link that below. You can get a 34-day free trial if you use my link. Okay, I've got that all out of the way. If you are new, welcome. I'm so excited you're here. I know 'tis the season to start looking at our finances, especially for next year when we try to figure out what we're going to be doing in the new year. So if that's you and you're getting started on your budgeting journey, I'm so excited for you. I hope that you find out that it is as freeing for you as it has been for me. I know a lot of people think a budget is restrictive. It has been the exact opposite in my experience. I was so restricted before because I never had enough money to do anything. And now that I've been budgeting for about 4 years, it just makes it so much easier. I feel more confident knowing where my money is and what it needs to do for me and how much I can spend without worrying about it. And I love it so much. If you are returning, thank you so much for being here and coming back. I appreciate you. Here comes Tyler to say hi to all of our friends. Here he comes. Oh, he might not get in video. That would be lovely. Anyway, Tyler is my cat for those of you who are new. So I always start, nope, here he comes. I always start my videos on this calendar page. What are you doing, Bite? What are you doing? I always start my videos on this calendar page so you can see my month at a glance. As you can see, I do have 2 birthdays and obviously a holiday that I need to plan for this month. So the 16th is my niece's birthday, and I already did give her birthday present. My mom and I bought her some headphones. My niece wears hearing aids, and I had picked myself up some over-ear earbuds, and she saw them and loved them and was super excited because she said she could wear them with her hearing aids. So my mom and I split them for her birthday. And then my bestie's birthday is on the 19th, and I did already order her birthday present, but I don't have it in yet. And I'm not going to say what that is in case she watches these videos. I know she's got 2 small children and a full-time job, so she doesn't always have time to watch all my videos. That's cool. But in case she happens to see this one, not going to say what I got her. Also, I have Christmas, which I'm not doing anything for this year. I don't even know. Tyler's just making himself right at home on my book. I don't have any plans at all for Christmas. I think Nathan and I decided, Nathan is my roommate / landlord, but we have lived together for, I think, 11 years now. So it's a situation that works very well for us. And we're both single. I helped him with his kids when they were younger. They're older now, but it just works out for us really well. And I have very affordable rent because he is a very good friend. So we don't have anything going on this Christmas, and I actually debated whether or not I actually want to put anything up in my house. Like, do I even want to take my time to decorate? We are going on a cruise we're leaving for Florida this Friday, or this Saturday. I don't know, one of these days. I think we're leaving on Saturday, the 3rd, because the cruise leaves on the 4th. Yes, we're leaving on the 3rd. The cruise leaves on the 4th. Okay, sorry for that interlude. Tyler all of a sudden decided he was done being pet and snapped at me, so had to shoo him off the table. So, as I was saying, I am leaving for my cruise on the Saturday, the 3rd, so I don't think that I am going to, if I decorate, it will be minimal. Nobody's going to be here, just me and Nathan, and I think we're going to do a prime rib. We've never done that. We normally do a turkey, but we did 2 smoked turkeys for Thanksgiving last week, and I think we might be done. By the way, I am filming this on the 2nd. I know it's already after the 1st, but this is when I had time. Nathan went to San Antonio for a work convention, and I am here by myself, so I actually have time to do this. So yeah, let's see what else I have. So I have my niece, I have my bestie, I have Christmas, I have Hanukkah. I don't celebrate Hanukkah. I don't celebrate Kwanzaa. My family doesn't do Christmas. I just exchange gifts with my friends. First day of winter is on the 21st, and then I have 2 paychecks. I get paid this coming Friday, and then I get paid on the 19th. So that is what I have going on in the month of December. Not a whole lot, but also a whole lot because I'm going on a cruise at the very beginning of January, so I have to pack and everything. Which brings me to my goals. So let me zoom in a little bit. Let me get this here and we'll zoom in. Let me lower this. So my goals for the month of December, I want to stay inside my holiday budget. I have a pretty good holiday budget. I've done so much shopping all year round. I did shopping on Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all weekend. And I think I'm basically done. I have to buy things for my team, but I did already buy. So what I normally do for my work team, and I don't think any of them. So I'm a manager at my company and I have 9 employees. And what I did last year, but I only had 4 employees last year, was a digital card. We all work remotely from home. I did a digital card with a digital gift card in it, and I've already purchased the plan to be able to send the digital cards this year. I just need to figure out how much I can afford to send each of them because there are so many of them. I can't afford, my company does not provide, so this would be just for me. But it's going to be the cheapest option that I have. It's cheaper than sending cookies or anything like that. So this is what I'm going to do. I just have to figure out how much I can afford to do. But my goal is to stay within. And again, you'll see when I get to the end of this budget, I have a very good sized holiday budget, and that's not even including all the spending I've already done. Though this will cover some that I did this weekend because I knew it's coming. So I went ahead and spent it on a card, and I'll pay it off at the end of the month when we get to this. It's not how I normally do my budgets. This is a very rare occasion, but because I already knew what my budgets were, this is how I did it. I want to get my weight to be in the 230s. So I am currently on my weight loss journey, on my health journey in the 240s. So I think this is a manageable goal. I do take tirzepatide, so I am losing weight a little bit more easily than if I were doing it naturally, but that is because I have been trying to do it naturally. I am 45 and a half years old. So I've been big my whole life. I've tried all of the things, and tirzepatide, I am just started my 4th month. Seems to be working pretty well for me. So just finally in the last week or so started to see some movement on the scale in any significant way. And so I think that I can get down to the 230s this month. And then I need to pack for the cruise. I need to get that done. That is a goal. I am a procrastinator when it comes to packing. But because we're flying, the cruise leaves out of Fort Lauderdale, so we're flying. I live in Texas, by the way. We're going to fly in on Saturday, and I need to make sure I have everything that can fit into one suitcase and one carry-on so that I don't have to pay for extra luggage. Though I do have to pay for everything because you have to pay for everything on flights now, but I won't have to pay any extra. Those are my goals for this month. Nothing too lofty, but they're important to my goals, what I'm trying to achieve in my life right now. And let's go ahead and look at week 1 and see where we are. Okay, week 1, I technically already budgeted this out last week on Friday, and it was slightly different, but I didn't update this because I knew I was going to film it. So just know that these numbers are not 100% accurate, but they are accurate in YNAB, which is what, as I mentioned, the app that I do use to actually cash stuff. This is just my plan. This is my projection. So if you want to see what my numbers actually looked like this week and going forward, you can check out my YNAB videos. I'll link those down below. So for me, week 1 of December went from 11/28, which was this past Friday, through 12/24, which is next Thursday. That is a theme you will see. All of my budgets go from Friday to Thursday because I am paid on Fridays and I reset my budgets. So the way I do this is I close out my budgets every Thursday evening. I will pay off all of my cards that will gain interest if I don't pay them off, and then I will roll over what I have left over into the next week, unless it's the very end of the month, and then I will put that into whatever category I have designated it to go into, either savings category or something that I have coming up. Like this month, it will be my holiday fund. So my intention for week 1 was to roll over $1,225. My bills, I only had one bill, and it was Best Buy. I pay $40 a month on that bill. And then these are all sinking funds. So I have a gifts and giving fund. This is for birthdays and just general giving throughout the month. I do $100 a month for that. Holiday giving, I put $150 in there. Pet expenses, $75. I do have 2 dogs as well as the cat that you saw a shadow of earlier. So this is for their food and for their toys. Like my puppy, he's only 9 months old. He gets a bark box because he chews everything. And so I need Super Chewer toys for him. Household, I put $100 in here. This is for things like air filters and toilet paper and paper towels and things that you would buy at a grocery store that are not dog food or human food. And my mom's utilities, I do pay for my mom's natural gas, propane, I think it's natural gas. So I put $50 away every month, and then when they come fill her tank, I have money set aside. They should probably come fill it either this month or next because it's cold out now. The temperature just dropped in this last week. It's been in the 30s and 40s. So, as I mentioned, I live in Central Texas, so it takes a while for it to get cold, but then it goes from 70s to 30s in one day here. So that's how the weather works. That is a bill total of $515, leaving me $710 to come down to my variable expenses. Now, variable expenses are going to be the same throughout. For every week, I will have the same 5. On paychecks, I'll add 2, and at the beginning of the month, I add a couple extras. So every single week, you will see dining out for $50, groceries for $100, fun for $25, coffee for $25, and ecclesial for $80. This is not a paycheck week, so the only additional ones I have are stuff I forgot to budget for, which I put $40 into this category at the beginning of every month. And then if I do go over slightly in any categories, I pull from here first. And then YouTube expenses, this is basically for my stickers. I just became a patron of Life in Envelopes. This is my first month. I can't wait to see what January stickers she sends. It actually ended up being like 32 something with tax, but I was doing $20 previous months, and I just upped it to $30, so you can see here. It was $20 last month, but now I'm doing $30. So that is a variable expense total of $350, leaving me $360 to come up to my savings. And these are my actual sinking funds, and you can see the reason I had to put some of them over here is because I have quite a few. I am saving for a lot of things. So what I have this month: car maintenance, $25, clothes, $25, vacation, $100. My cruise is already paid for, by the way, and it is an all-inclusive, and I have a Princess Rewards Visa card that has given me at least 2 excursions. I'm working on my 3rd excursion, / possibly a massage, I haven't decided, with just rewards points. This is why I use my credit cards this way, because yes, thank you. I would love to have 3 free excursions or 2 excursions and a massage just for using a card and buying stuff I was already going to buy. So all of that is paid for. So this is just going to be for spending money. So $100 on vacation. My passport is $1.77. This is so when my passport renewal is due, I will have the money saved. Mission Lane is a credit card with an annual fee, as is Capital One. So that's what those fees are, $4.54 for Mission Lane. My mom's birthday is in February, and I save $25 a month so that when her birthday rolls around, I can take my mom, my niece, and my nephews, and significant others, if they want to come, out for a birthday meal. Amazon Prime is my Amazon Prime membership. That is $6.27. I do have a P.O. box. If you would like to communicate with me, that information is in the description box below. You can send me a card, send me a letter, just say hey. That's all in the box below. I have a Walmart Plus membership. I do use this occasionally for gas and whatnot, but typically I just really keep this for my mom. My mom lives, as I mentioned, out in the country. She's almost 80 years old. She'll be 78 years old, y'all, this year, in February. And it's really, really hard for her to get in and out of her car. So we use this for her to get groceries delivered. Capital One is $3.25. This is the other card with a membership. Planet Fitness is my gym. They have a monthly membership, and then they also have an annual membership. So that's $3.52 a month I put away for the monthly membership. For the annual membership. Ice Ball. This looks smudgy because I thought it was $25 that I save every month, but I looked back the last couple of months and it's only been $20. So I don't know if I cut that down because I was trying to save money somewhere, or if that's what I've always saved and I just had in my head that I was saving $25. But it doesn't matter. Ice Ball is the fundraising event for Big Brothers and Big Sisters that happens in August every year. And I love this event. I think it's super, super important. And at the end of, when we get closer, you will see I just dump all of my extra money into that category. So this I'm saving is just a base to pay for my ticket and possibly to get a dress but the actual donation part will come when I get closer. Editing software is a software that I use to make these videos. I save $5.57 a month for that. Costco is my membership, $5.91 a month. My car registration, that is $3.08 a month. It won't be due until next year. And then I recently decided to sign up for an out-of-town membership for the Cedar Park Library because I absolutely fell in love with that library. And I was spending almost every Saturday there, and they have a library of things that if you watch my health vlogs, you will see I have gotten a couple of puzzles from recently. And because it's mental and physical, and puzzles are very good for my mental health, I recently discovered. But you can check out puzzles, you can check out games, you can check out magazines, you can check out, well, magazines from any library, but like you can check out things. They have things. They have like Lego sets for kids to, I mean, I guess you could do them as an adult, but the ones they have are for kids. But you do have to be an actual full member to do that. They also have like maker spaces where you can do 3D printing and all these cool crafts. They have a Raspberry Pi class, guys. I can make a Raspberry Pi, which is for programming, not the food, the programming one. But you do have to have an actual full membership for that. So I went ahead and decided it's only $10 a month. I cash flowed it last month, and then I am saving $10 a month. So next year when the renewal is due, I will have the money set aside. I may choose not to do it. I may get over this obsession and stop going all the time and not want to. But for right now, I can't see that happening, and so I'm saving the $10 a month. And then YNAB, this is the budgeting software that I use. It is a paid subscription. So unbelievably well worth it in my mind. I cannot imagine my life without it right now. I can remember my life before it, and I don't have any desire to go back to that. So I save the $9.89 a month so that when it is due next September, I will have that money. Again, if you want to try it out, link in my description box below, 34 days for free, and then you will get, if you sign up using my link, you'll get an additional 30 days for free, and so will I. So definitely worth it if you're looking for a good software to use. So that is a savings total of $273.59, leaving me $86.41 to roll into week 2. Week 2 for me goes, and this is a 5-week month for me, but week 5 is almost identical to week 1, so we'll kind of just speed run through that. So I'm rolling over that $86.41. Oh, this one goes from 12/5 through 12/11. I'm rolling over that $86.41, and then I should have a paycheck coming in, and that should be around $2,368.17. Making my inflow total $2,454.58. I have 3 bills that will come out this week. I have Aflac, which is my supplemental cancer policy, that I pay for out of pocket. It is $37.57. I have Liquid IV, which is this. It's like hydration and electrolyte packet. They're really good. I like them, and so you save 30% on the website if you subscribe and save. So I do have a subscribe and save set up for that. $68.58 is for four 15 packs of it. So Audible is $7.52. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this, but I might keep it for another month. My nephew just was talking about it. I don't know. We'll see. But I am getting 3 months at half price, and this will be month 2, and that comes out on the 9th. So that is a bill total of $113.67, leaving me $2,340.91 to come down to my fixed expenses. You will see my normal 5, dining out, groceries, fun, coffee, and ecclesial. Those you're going to see every week, so I won't go into detail on them. But then on Paychecks, I put $50 into my self-care fund and $25 into my gas. So gas is pretty self-explanatory. It's for my car. I work from home. I drive a Kia Soul. I don't do a whole lot of driving, so $25 every 2 weeks is more than enough for me. And then self-care, sometimes I spend this all at once. Like I may have just purchased myself some Bombas. I will not deny that, but I'm also not going to admit to that. And I may have used that money for it because I think that's self-care. But also, I could save it up toward a massage or a pedicure or something. That's just my discretionary fund. I can use it for whatever I want, separate from my fun money. My fun money is like an every week toss it in. Self-care is more of like for a big thing. So that is a variable expense total of $355 for this week, leaving me $1,985.91. Also, I want to point out, in case you are new, because again, I know this is the time of year that a lot of people are just getting into looking at budgeting videos, anticipating spending a lot of money in December and getting their finances in order in January, or getting their finances in order in December so they don't overspend, well done if that's you. Awesome job. But because this may be new, the reason I do these every week and not as a lump sum on paychecks is because I found through trial and error that if I gave myself $100 when I got my paycheck and expected it to last me the 2 weeks, it would not. I would spend this full $100 immediately, like in the first weekend that I had it. And then I would have to go the next 2 weeks with nothing in there. And so I found that if I break it up, $50 the first week, $50 the second week, for me personally, that works better. My brain is like, cool, we have $50. That's what I can spend. Well, if I looked and it said 100, I'd be like, cool, I have $100. That's what I can spend. I have to break it up week by week. That's how it works for me. That doesn't mean that's going to be how it works for you. Personal finance is so personal. You have to find a way that works for you. And I hope that you do. And if this is it, feel free to use it. And if this is not it, feel free to change it. This is just an example of my budget. I'm not telling you this is how you need to budget, but I am telling you you do need a budget. Speaking of, I am a little over halfway through the You Don't Need a Budget book. Y'all, I haven't had a chance to really read it with all the holidays and everything going on lately, but I do plan to try to finish that up. Maybe this week while Nathan's not home. I'll try to finish that up and record my thoughts. That will probably be a little bit different of a video. It will be more scripted because I'm going to have to write down all my thoughts. So we'll see. So we're bringing over that $1,985.91. I am putting away $100 toward my car insurance and $100 towards my mom's car insurance. So this is, I pay them 3 months at a time. I can't quite do 6 months at a time yet, but hopefully I will get there before too much longer. But right now I'm paying them 3 months at a time and I save $100 a month. It's not quite $300. Maybe it is a little over $300. I don't know. I always have more than enough when it's time, but not enough for 6 months. The High Camper, I have a church camp called High that I go to in the summertime, and I want to save for a camper for this summer so I don't have to stay in a cabin with my mom. I want to stay in a camper. I had money saved up. I used it for my Boston trip. I went to Boston in October, and so now I'm going to start refunding this category. This will not get me to where I need to be. It should be more, but I'm going to start with this. And then I am putting $113 into my emergency fund. Y'all, that will get me to $2,000. I'm at $2,000 as of the 5th. I will have $2,000. I'm so excited in my emergency fund. So that is a total of $438, leaving me $1,547.91 to come down to debt, which this isn't debt. This is really more savings. It could be up here, but these are my great nibblings. Thank you to Liz over at Budget and Balance. She used that word and I 100% unabashedly stole that word. That is not my word. So these are my nephew's children. So I have a great nephew, Joe, who is 3 years old, a great nephew, Jet, who is 2 years old, and a great niece, Ellie, who is 9 months old. And I save their ages every week. So every week I save $3 for Joe, which comes out to $6 a paycheck. $2 a week for Jet, which is $4 a paycheck. And because she's not one yet, I'm still saving $1 a week for Ellie, which is $2 a paycheck. I did the same for the boys when they were not one yet. So that is a total of $12, leaving me $1,535.91 to roll to week 3. Let's see what week 3 looks like. Okay, week 3 goes from, there we go. It goes from the 12th through the 18th of December, and the only money I will have is that rollover of $1,535.91. I have a bill that is due for OneDrive. This is my Microsoft subscription, plus 2 extra terabytes of storage on OneDrive. So I just upped this last month. I have always only had 1 terabyte of storage, but y'all, I hit like 96% of my storage capacity. And that's what will happen when you have 4 years worth of YouTube videos and at least a year's worth of vlog footage. That's a lot of storage, so I needed to up it. So it's now $21.46, but again, that does include my $10.46 is my my Office 365 subscription, and that comes with a terabyte of storage. And then I also paid for extra terabyte of storage, which was slightly less than that. I have a Kia Soul. This is my car payment. It is due on the 15th. It is $437.17. Here is my gym membership due on the 17th, $27.11. I do have a YouTube premium plan. I have the family plan, so that's 5 channels. I have this channel that you are watching, my personal channel. Nathan has his channel on there, his YouTube that he watches, and then I added my mom. I have one more, which is I'm saving for Nathan's son when he gets back. He is on a mission right now, and when he comes home, not this coming February, but the next February, I will add him. Nathan's other son was not interested, and I offered it to him, so that's why I gave it to my mom instead of Alex. So that is a bill total of $535.63, leaving me $1,000.28 to come down to my variable expenses, which are just my normal 5: dining out, groceries, fun, coffee, and ecclesial. And again, for those who are new, I didn't go into this. Ecclesial is my church donation. I do $60 every single week for the in the bag donation, and then $20 is for if we go out for a meal afterwards. If we do not go out for that meal, I roll that $20 back into my budget. You won't really see it. It'll just not get spent and get added back into my rollover for next week. And that is a variable expense total of $280, leaving me $720.28 to roll into week 4. I don't have any more expenses this week. So, moving on to week 4, I have, this one goes from the 19th to the 25th. You will notice this has Christmas in it. And y'all, I rotate these pens in order, like by color, because I'm weird and this is just what makes sense to me. So they're obviously rainbow, but I do them in this order, and it just so happened that Christmas landed on green, so I was very happy. There's absolutely no reason for that other than that's the way my brain likes it. So you'll notice that all of my, when I do them, they're going to be in that order every month. Like it's always like that. They just do. That's how I do it. And then when I do my actual, it will be the next color. So this will be the light blue color. And this, when I fill it out, this will be green. Because I'm weird, and some things just have to be specific for me. So I'm rolling over that $720.28. I should be receiving a paycheck this week. That is $2,368.17. Now, y'all, I am salaried. This sometimes varies from a penny in either direction. So this is just a guesstimate. This is the lowest. It is, sometimes it's 18, sometimes it's 6, no, sometimes it's 16. I don't know. Every once in a while it's 16. You know what? I have no idea. But it does vary sometimes, and I don't know why, but I am salaried. And this is post-taxes and 401k and all that fun stuff. Insurance, because insurance is... I work in healthcare, and healthcare has the most expensive healthcare. And I should be receiving a paycheck from YouTube, about $130. It will be slightly more than this, but I wasn't sure exactly where it would end because I filled this out before the end of the month, so I still don't know exactly what it will be. I haven't looked, but it'll be about $130. So thank you all so very much for watching these videos and for liking and commenting and subscribing and hyping and doing all of the things. I appreciate you so much. Y'all gave me an extra $130 of holiday shopping that I wouldn't have had, and I appreciate you for that. That leaves me $3,218.45 to fill in my last 2 weeks. This is for 2 weeks of December. So I have my music library subscription that I pay for every month so I can have music in my vlogs. That is $8.17. And I know I say this every week, but it's not just for vlogs. I could put music in these videos. I just don't really see where it would be appropriate, so I haven't yet, but maybe that day will come and you'll see music in these videos. Maybe I'll put music in this video just because I can. But I pay $8.17 for it. Mattress Firm is a no-interest loan that I have for 3 mattresses. I have my mattress, I have my mom's mattress, and then I have a mattress that I bought my nephew for his 18th birthday this past summer / graduation gift. So I pay, I think it's like $140 a month. That is my minimum payment, but I pay $200 a month. Just, even if I didn't pay it off early, if I paid it off on time, I still wouldn't have any interest, but I'm doing $200 a month just to get it over with. Favor is like a DoorDash / Uber Eats delivery type thing. It is owned by H-E-B, which if you are from Texas, you know how awesome that store is. And if you're not, I'm sorry. You should really experience an H-E-B at least once in your life. But this is owned by them, and I pay $9.99 for the membership. And then if I get $10 back in a coupon toward H-E-B. So it literally pays me back for getting this membership, and then I don't pay delivery fees on if I do have to order delivery for food or for groceries or for whatever, which I have been using more than I should lately. But again, even if I didn't use it, the membership has paid for itself. And then my internet bill is $86.43. That is a bill total of $304.59, leaving me $2,913.86 to come down to my variable expenses. So I have my normal 5, dining out, groceries, fun, coffee, and ecclesial. And then because it is a paycheck day, I also have self-care and gas. And that is a variable expense total of $355, leaving me $2,558.86. So I do the math where I figured out exactly what I needed to roll over to my next page for week 5 and how much I needed for down here. And then everything that was left is what I have budgeted to put into holiday giving. So that is $530.86, y'all. That's what I have. In addition to what I've been spending all year, this is what I have for holiday giving, which is why I know I will be completely fine this year for holiday giving. I won't be able to give my team each like the $50 I did last year, but I can give them something. And the only reason I can't do the 50 like I did last year is because there are too many of them. So this is what I am going to budget toward holiday spending, and I have already spent some of this if you see my wind up video on Friday, but I'm not going to. I have to wait till the end of the month just to make sure nothing unexpected pops up. So that is a savings total of $530.86, leaving me $2,028 to come down. And then I have my savings for my great nibblings. Joe gets 6, Jet gets 4, and Ellie gets 2 for a savings total of $12, leaving me $2,016 to roll into week 5, which is the final week of December for me. And y'all, when I was setting this up, if you watch my vlogs, you will already know this, I realized that I forgot to order the 5th week of stickers for this month, but the others, they were so pretty and so appropriate for December that I didn't want to hold on to them for a whole nother year. So I just decided to skip it and just let it not have a sticker. It's fine. It'll be fine without a sticker. I don't technically need the stickers. I just really like them. So this will go from 12/26 to January 1st to 1/1. So this is $2,016. The only income I will have is that rollover. I don't have a paycheck. So the bills that I have, this is going to be very, very similar to the first week with all the savings, but this is a little different because I have extra bills. So the 26th, I have Cinemark, which is $6.48. This is a movie club subscription. It gets me 1 ticket every other month, and I get 20% off of all of my concessions, and I get no online fees. It's very good. I don't see a ton of movies, but 1 ticket every other month, that's only 6 tickets a year. I feel like I definitely see 6 movies in a year. So this is a good price for me. And that's less than the price, like $12, $13 is less than the price of a ticket around here. So that's definitely worth it. Utilities, I budget $120. It will probably be less than this. This is for my water and trash bill, but I always budget $120 because the most it's ever been was $119. And when you are preparing your budget, writing it out, you want to make sure you're planning for the highest case scenario when it comes to expenses and the lowest case scenario when it comes to income, and that way you're never caught off guard. So that's what I do. So it should only be about maybe 107, 110 is what it normally is, but I budget 120 just to be covered. Citi is a credit card that has no interest, and I am working on paying off. That is $150. That is due next February, not this coming February, but the one after. So once I'm through the holidays, that's going to be my priority for paying off. Best Buy is another no interest card. I pay $40 a month on that. It is for Best Buy. It's not very confusing. And then my rent is going to be due on the 1st. As I said, I live with my best friend, and he gives me a very discounted rent. I only pay $500 a month. And then by the time I pay the utilities and the internet, and he pays the propane bill and the electricity bill, and we put it all into Splitwise and take off the groceries I picked up and then the dinner he picked up on his way home, and it all evens out, and I normally end up owing him right around $600. Sometimes it's slightly more, sometimes it's slightly less. This time it was about $560, so I had money left over. With Christmas, who knows, maybe our if I don't use any electricity, if I don't plug anything in, our electricity bill won't be high. Who knows? I don't know, but I always budget $600, and it's 99% of the time that is plenty. It's too much. And again, we have the same categories from the first week. Gifts and giving for $150. I am switching these. Normally I do gifts and giving for $150 and holiday giving for $100. I did switch them in December because I knew I had already purchased my niece's gift and it was Christmas. So I did $150 in holiday and only $100 in gifts and giving. but I switched them back to normal now. So it'll be $150 in gifts and giving. Holiday giving gets $100. Pet expenses gets $75. Household gets $100, and my mom's utilities get $50. That is a fixed expense total of $1,391.48, leaving me $624.52 to come down to my variable expenses. So I have my dining out for $50, groceries for $100, fun for $25, coffee for $25, and ecclesial for $80. And then because it is the beginning of the month, stuff I forgot to budget for is $40, and YouTube expenses for $30. That is a variable expense total of $350, leaving me $274.52 to come up here to my sinking funds. And these are going to be literally exactly the same as the first month. So I have car maintenance, clothes, vacation, passport, Mission Lane, my mom's birthday, Amazon Prime, my P.O. Box, my Walmart Plus, Capital One, my Planet Fitness annual fee, Ice Ball, my editing software, my Costco membership, my car registration, my Cedar Park library, and my YNAB subscription. All of those total $273.59, and that leaves me 93 cents. And that will total out December for us. I'm going to get us back to a pretty page so we can close on that. And that's what I have for December. So hopefully with all of that money going into my holiday fund, I should be totally fine in my holidays. I'm like 99% done with holiday shopping. So I'm very excited about that. I do shop all year round. So let me know where you are. Are you just starting your budget, or are you planning to start in January? Are you already budgeting and you just like watching other people? That's what I do. I watch a lot of other budgeting channels just because I enjoy watching other people's budgets. I will link some of those below in case you are just starting your budgeting journey and you want to get some other ideas, because everybody does it a little bit differently because it's so personal. So then you can take what you like from mine, you can take what you like from Liz and from Kaylee and Shay and from Life in Envelopes and all these people. We all do our budgets slightly differently. Kaylee and Shay also just use YNAB. I use YNAB and the budgeting book. Life in Envelopes, she just uses the book. Liz, she uses a spreadsheet. She doesn't use either of those things. So everybody does it a little differently, and you have to find the way that works for you. So I will link all of them so you can try to find a way that you think might work for you. Again, don't forget to check out the links below to try out YNAB for your 34-day free trial if you are interested, or to go get you a copy of the Budget Mom's book if that's something you are interested in. There is no affiliate link or anything for the Budget Mom. I just really like this product. I think that's everything. I hope y'all had a wonderful November and looking forward to an amazing December. I hope it is healthy. I hope it is safe, and I hope you get to spend some time with your family. I don't know what holiday you celebrate. Do you celebrate Hanukkah or Christmas or Kwanzaa, whatever it is? I hope you have a wonderful one. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to come along with me on this and all of my journeys, and hit the hype button if that is an option for you. If you're watching in the app, you can hype this video so it goes out to more people. I love y'all, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.